Hi, this is Brian Albright, Editorial Director at Digital Engineering 24/7. Welcome to another episode of our DE 24/7 podcast. Today, we're going to be speaking with Zach Kulig from meviy. He's the Assistant Manager of Inside Sales there. Welcome to the program, Zach.
Hey, thanks for having me, Brian.
Well, the topic today is going to be around the idea of democratization of simulation, which we talk a lot about here at DE 24/7. So my first question to you, actually, since a lot of our listeners are not going to be familiar, can you tell me a little bit about the company? Tell me about what meviy does and how the platform works.
Yeah, of course. So meviy is part of Misumi USA. So Misumi is a manufacturer and distributor of automation equipment, and different standard parts as well. meviy is kind of the extension of what Misumi does in that it is full custom parts design from our customers. So they submit their 3D models through our online platform, and are able to get a quote with just a few clicks and a few minutes of their time. They can configure everything right in-house. They get a part number, they get a price, they get a lead time, and they can order it directly like they were ordering a standard part out of the Misumi catalog. So we're aiming to be part of this one-stop shop that Misumi is really trying to be, as we move forward in this more digital age of manufacturing.
Thanks. Could you tell me a little bit more about, not just how the platform works, but the role of artificial intelligence within the system too?
Yeah, of course. So as I said, it's a online-based service, and our AI, or proprietary software that we use, does a lot of automatic feature recognition for custom parts that our customers will be uploading into the service. Help immediately recognizes everything, gives them dimensional tolerancing and things like that, and it's able to assign things like threaded holes, certain tolerances automatically just based on the information that's already present in the 3D CAD files themselves. So it saves a lot of dual work. A lot of our design engineers that we work with typically in the past have had to create detailed 2D drawings that call out every single thing, threading, tolerancing, grinds and finishes, all of that information. With meviy, our proprietary software does a lot of that background work for you on the first pass, and then allows you to fully customize and configure things down to exactly what you need. So we're saving engineers a lot of time, almost a 95% reduction in time of creating parts and getting them quoted and a part number issued for it.
Wow, I can see where the time savings there would be huge. Are there other benefits that engineers or designers or procurement specialists could expect to sort of experience by deploying this type of solution?
Oh, absolutely. For the designers and the engineers, upfront, meviy is great in getting immediate design for manufacturing feedback. The older ways of getting quotes for your custom parts, it might require 2 3 days up to a week sometimes, going back and forth with your shop. You're waiting to hear back from the machinist who says, hey, the part's too big, or this, we can't do this angle and things like that. meviy is doing all that work up front and giving you that design for manufacturability feedback instantaneously. So if you have a sheet metal part that you're trying to work on, it's going to let this cuts too close to the hole. You might have some deformation. You may want to consider moving it. It will let this, the way the angle is modeled in a milling part, it's not possible with the depth of cut. Can you accept a different, this radius as opposed to the one you have modeled? And meviy, using its AI, will create the model, heal it, and give you your ability to just get that quote immediately without the back and forth. So eliminating days of back and forth down to 10 minutes of an engineer's time.
Right.
On top of that, once they configure the part, they can do select things like all the different materials. We have materials for pretty much every industry that are most commonly used. So we've got different grades of stainless steel, different grades of steel, aluminum, different resins and plastics that might be used in, aerospace or semiconductor manufacturing, automotive. We try to cover those big industries that require a lot of these custom parts across this big catalog of materials, and lets them, fully customize it and even see getting their prices in the different materials right away. Again, rather than having to ask, oh, I actually want this in a different grade of aluminum, they can just select it right in the model and accept the quote and get that number right in front of them. It also gives the engineers a part number that they can then pass on to procurement and their purchasing agents. So the purchasing agent doesn't have to go back and wait for additional time between, working with the shops there. The engineer can provide them with the price, the lead time, and a part number that they can use exactly on a Masumi purchase order. So whether they're ordering online through the Masumi e-catalog site, ordering over a purchase order that they're going to submit to us, or even through their own EDI software, that part number is just a plug and play, and it's just like they were ordering, again, a catalog item, saving the procurement team time of trying to figure out and list out everything that the custom part needed.
All right. I think a lot of our listeners would probably be interested in learning more. So for anyone listening that wants to try to get started with the solution or just wants to find out some more about whether they could benefit from this, what are some next steps they should take?
Oh, next steps, absolutely. You can find us on our website. That's meviy.com, M-E-V as in Victor, I-Y.com. Additionally, if you're on the Masumi website, we have a static banner that has a little our logo, which is an infinity sign that you can click on and bring you right to our landing page. From there, kind of gives you a good overview of our different capabilities. As I mentioned, we've got sheet metal, CNC milling, CNC turning, walks you through what we're capable of. You can check out things like the different parameters we have for getting through our automatic quotes. We have a quick start guide that you can use to jump right in and understand how to use meviy and configure things. You will need to create an account if you don't have one already, but if you have a Masumi account, then you're already set up to use meviy. You log in with those credentials and you'll be dropped right into our platform. From there, if you have parts of your own that you would like to try out, whether they're super simple sheet metal parts or simple turned and milled parts, give them an upload to see what we can do. Especially if they're parts that you've already been sourcing from different suppliers, we'd love for you to give us a chance to see how we compare in cost and lead time, and then hopefully quality is if you go ahead and order. If you don't have any parts that you're working on right now, that's totally fine. We have sample parts that you can upload and play around in the system yourself. Again, changing all the configurations. If we have other features that you can test out with our models. So for example, we have the ability to accept assembly files if each of the files are their own solid piece that the engineers are working on. Our AI will separate those into individual files, and you'll be able to configure each part independently, so you can get your price and lead time for every single thing in your model and assembly. And then from there, take the time, click around. If you're interested in getting an order through soon, we're currently offering a 50% off for your first order, using our coupon code, which we have linked in our website. And again, that's a 50% off coupon up to $300 off of your first order. That will expire at the end of March. So if you are, looking to get something, I know it seems so far away, but it didn't seem that long ago that 2025 was going to come to an end, and we're
Right.
already in 2026. So
Right.
that those deadlines will sneak up on you. So please, by all means, if you've got something in the works and hot off the presses, give us a go and check it out. Additionally, we have a full sales support team here. So myself, I've got my inside sales team is always ready to answer general questions about the platform. If you've got questions about your model, if you're getting any kind of error messages or you're confused about any feedback that you're getting from the system, the sales team is here to support you. We have a team of engineers who can look over models and offer feedback to help people either get it through the automatic quotation, proceed with a manual quotation, and support you in any way that we can so you have a successful and easy use of meviy.
Great. In case someone wants to meet in person or they want to see a live demo, are you going to be at any upcoming industry events in 2026?
Yeah, we sure are. For 2026, we're excited to be part of the Automate Show and IMTS later in the year. We'll be part of the Big Masumi booth. We will have staff on site, ready to greet you and walk you through a live demo or answer any general questions if you've already used the platform or want to learn more.
All right. Well, we will have all of the links that Zach mentioned on the landing page for this podcast if you want to learn some more. In the meantime, thank you very much for your time today, Zach.
Hey, thanks so much.
All right. This has been another episode of the DE 24/7 podcast, and thank you all for listening.